The Russian bombing campaign is again targeting civilians, this time a school sheltering 400 people. Moscow is claiming to have used hypersonic missiles. At the same time, Turkey is claiming the two sides are close to a deal to stop the fighting. The only thing that is for certain is more innocent civilians will continue to die. Western nations and the Ukrainian president himself say what is happening in cities like Mariupol equates to war crimes. The Mariupol mayor claims thousands of residents have been forcibly taken to Russia, a practice he compared to events in the Second World War.
Weapons of terror fired to the sound of triumphant music in a video released by Russian-backed separatists, claiming these thermobaric explosives, known as vacuum bombs, were fired near Mariupol. Sky News has been unable to verify this footage, but what we can say with certainty is they inflict horrific impact, sucking the air out of people's lungs as they pull in oxygen to generate an explosion. Many felt it was a matter of time before these bombs were used in Ukraine. The destroyed city of Mariupol, a clear example, Russia appears to have no boundaries. An estimated 300,000 people remain trapped here, subjected to nightly bombing. Anastasia managed to escape with 20 minutes warning. She fled for her life, but hasn't heard from her relatives in the 3 days since.
When they started bombing us from airplanes, it was already impossible to stay. We were hiding just in our apartment. We did not have any shelter close to us or something like this.
The city has been without power, water and food supplies for days. Anastasia shared this video with Sky News, showing the lengths she had to go to just for drinking water, queuing at the well closest to her apartment, where she'd remained in hiding. After this theatre was bombed, many fear shelters have become targets. 4 days on, more than 1,000 civilians are thought to remain trapped in its basement. Now an art school has been hit too, sheltering 400 people, including children and the elderly. Rescuers unable to reach them due to Russian forces fighting street to street. President Zelensky has described these as war crimes that will go down in history. And emphasizing his Jewish faith, the Ukrainian leader has appealed to the Israeli parliament to break their neutral stance over this war.
This is a full-scale war aimed to destroy our nation, our children, our family, our state, our towns, cities, communities, culture and everything.
These are the pictures Moscow wants its people to see on state media. Ukrainian refugees rescued from Mariupol and brought to Russian territory. But Ukrainian officials claim thousands of citizens have been removed from shelters against their will, their passports taken, and then relocated in remote locations in Russia.
Russia has committed nearly all possible war crimes which the humanity has seen over the Second World War.
The fate of civilians in the south is of growing concern. Tanks now also on the streets of Berdansk, in Russia's destructive path to build a land bridge from Russia to Crimea, as the agony deepens for this country. Sally Lockwood, Sky News in Western Ukraine.